Outstanding. Okay, so we're going to be moving into how to custom quote and what needs to be custom quoted to the company. As you heard earlier, that there are some territories in America where there isn't too many suppliers, so we may have to just custom quote even a small deal. If you're getting pricing like for a 200 to 700, 800,000 kilowatt account, and you're not liking it, you can actually custom quote the price. If you custom quote something, you cannot use the matrix. Okay. If you custom quote something to Direct Energy, you cannot use Direct Energy's matrix. It's going to come back. It's going to come back cheaper. They all do. But also, when you custom quote, there is a lot of suppliers who aren't sending matrices to us. They don't even do matrices. Okay. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't realize that. So what I do is I even know that, like Schneider Brothers, right? They don't have a matrix. There's a few other companies out there, but the reason I'm telling you this is because there's a lot more to offer when you custom quote something, and obviously there's more that want to get in that game because they're 1 million kilowatts and above, right? And that's what we're going to go over today. So let's start real simply. I'm in Navigate Power Docs. These are do's and don'ts, not to custom quoting, just do's and don'ts. I wanted to get this file here, but this is where we're at. We're Navigate Power Docs under training, I believe. Training material. And down at the bottom are the forms you need. There's a price request form. There's a contract submission form, which we already talked about, right? And whatever. But this price request form is king, okay? I have one that's actually fillable. There might be another one on this Power Docs that's fillable. Makes it easier. But this is the information that we're sending to the company. So what you're going to need is 1 month of utility bill. You're going to need an LOA signed, an LOE. Okay, we just want you to get the LOE even if you don't need it. Sometimes you don't, right? Most of the time you do. And you're going to need this form, this contract submission or this custom quote submission form, okay? So what I have for you guys in this, hold on, right here, training day file, is I have some custom quotes already done, okay? And not hard to do. So here's one here for my good buddy Dwayne that's out of the Worcester area. It's agent name, phone number, email, and date, right? Wayne County Rubber Company, contact's name, phone number, his email. What's the opportunity type? Electric. Who's the utility? Our favorite AEP-OP, right? Start date, I don't know why it's on the LOE. They got an LOE for this. So what this is saying is they didn't know the start date. So a lot of times with big customers, and this depends on who the supplier is on their contract currently, if we send in an LOA and an LOE, we might be able to get that date, okay? But I force them to find it. Go back, where's the signed copy of your contract and blah, 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 right? So plan type is fixed, right? You start getting above 15, 20 million, that's where we might want to do fixed or pass through or variable. There's a lot more we can do with some of the larger accounts, okay? Estimated usage is 1.5 million kilowatts. The customer is manufacturing. They only have one meter. That's it, right? But watch this. We've clicked all suppliers. Why would you want specific suppliers as opposed to all suppliers? Because maybe you don't want the current supplier, let's say it's Direct Energy. Maybe you don't want Direct Energy to know you're bidding on it, okay? And because soon as you bid on it, the person that holds the LOE is going to know that you're bidding on it, and they're going to start to reprice. So it's good to do it without them knowing, right? And that works sometimes. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If you're doing AEP, if you're going up against a customer that's got AEP Energy on there as a supplier, not AEP Utility, AEP Energy, they're going to communicate with AEP. These guys are owned by the same company, okay? They communicate with each other, so that really doesn't matter. But this is cool. You could do specific. You could say just Freepoint, or you could say Hudson. Hudson's great. There's a couple companies like Schneider and Hudson that are great on the custom quote side, right? So here's your LOE, right? Wayne County Rubber. You can put an expiration date to this LOE, the number, the person that signed it. It's simple. Here's the LOA. LOA for this company in that Wayne County area on AEP. It's very simple, right? And then there's the bills. And that's done. That's done, right? And then what happens is we submit that and we tell the customer 5 to 10 days. It's going to be sooner than that. We tell the customer 5 to 10 days. And let me show you in my emails what happens, okay? I got a custom quote section here, yes. So right away, you're starting to get these custom quotes from Navigate Pricing. See that? So here, let's use Vector Corp. Vector Corp I've been working on. Well, no, here's Midwestern. There's a bunch of Midwestern, okay? There's Constellation, APG&E, there's Dynegy, there's Direct Energy. These are custom quotes. This is over and beyond the matrix. The matrix has nothing to do with these, okay? The custom quotes are better pricing. It's a different desk. It's a different desk that we are using within those suppliers. So let's go to this one here. Let's open this one up, and you'll see how different it is. The annual usage is 2.3 million kilowatts, okay? The start date is May of 2021, and we already submitted all that stuff in, right? And look at this. These guys give us a fixed rate from 1 month. We can sign a 6 month. We can sign a 15 month. It's crazy. They all don't do this, okay? All the way to 55 months, okay? And they're telling you the sweet spot's 55 months. That's pretty funny. So the raw rate, let's say at 36 months here, is a 4406, okay? I'm going to go on that, 4406. I don't know what's on their bill right now, guys. I just know that it beats what was on that bill immensely. I think it was a 5.7 on their product. Hold on 1 second here. Let me see if this is it. Aha, I did find it. Let me see what theirs is that we have to beat. Nope, it's just a 509. It's a 509 from IGS Energy, okay? And these guys are an auto dealership group. That's a big one. And we're trying to pull them out of not NADA, which is the National Auto Dealers Association or whatever, their consortia, okay? That's what we're trying to do here. There's the custom quote for it, 4 meters. And then obviously here's the LOA and the LOE, okay? Same thing, very simple. All right, so let's get back to pricing on this. So there were a 4344. Let's look at APG&E. APG&E has crazy pricing. Look at this, 4276 on a 48 month. We're competing with a 5.0. Now, guys, this is where the money gets stupid, okay? A tenth of a mil, 2 mils may not seem like a lot. When you're doing 2.3 million kilowatts, it's $2,300 a mil in your pocket, okay? And I'm going to show you here a little bit of math on that, all right? I mean, even if we come in here and I think we quoted them a 5.4, something like that. Let me do that right now for you. I love to show the numbers to you guys. A lot of people don't like doing this, but I don't care. It's the best way to do it. Let's just do 2.3 million kilowatts. I think it was 330 or something like that. All right, times 3 years. Let's do the 48. Let's do it times 4 years. All right, they're looking to go long term. That's 9 million kilowatts. Okay, so if we put on a 4.2 and we go to a let's just do we have to beat the 5.0. Let's do a 4676, 4 mils, 0.004. We're adding it on. We're saving them 3 mils, okay? So we're saving them 3 times 9 million, which would be 3 times 9,000. That's $27,000 we're going to save them, okay? All right, hang in there 1 second here. I just messed up. I wasn't paying attention, and that's what I get. Let me do this again. I'm just going to go 2.3 million times 4 equals, right, times 0.004 equals. That's the commission paid to you and the company, but you're at times 50%, right? You're at half that. That's an $18,000 deal, okay? Just that auto group of 4 meters. That's huge. That is huge. And it depends on who you use. APG&E pays a year up front, so you'd have to split that times 4, and the rest is residual, right? So you can divide by 4. $4,600 up front, right? We could do this here. I'm trying to go through this so you guys can get the way this industry works, okay? Let me clear this. So we got 18,400 minus 4,600, right? Equals 13,000, whatever. They pay a year up front, so that leaves 36 months left, divided by 36. So you also make $383 a month residually, just on that one customer. So now you see why some people spend a little bit more time on some of the medium-sized to bigger. This is actually a large commercial. This isn't even industrial, okay? Industrial, I told you, gets up in there where it's 5 to 10 million kilowatts a year, right? This is a very sweet deal. So download those forms. You're going to need them. I keep all my stuff with my LOAs and LOEs. All the different LOAs and LOEs that I need are here that I can use that are generic, or I can send them to you if you're on the road, things like that. You want to definitely have that request stuff. And then here's my request form, and I created one that's actually fillable. See that? So if you want one like this, let me know. Send it to me in the email. We can do everything right on the go, on the run, and have this stuff, and then submit it, to contracts, to pricing. This all goes to pricing. So, and then pricing will start sending that stuff back to you. But let's get back to some of that pricing, okay? That came back in. I don't want to be jumping around here. So there's APG&E. They beat everybody else out, right? Here is Dynegy. They have a 4.3. That's pretty good. 4.38 is awesome, right? And you'll notice some will show the volume, some won't, just because they get different reports. Direct Energy is a 4.48, pretty good. Doesn't beat a 4.2 though, right? All right. And well, what's nice here is if you're looking for cash, and you can close at a 4.7 or a 4.8 from the 5.0, do it, because these guys are paying 3 years up front. Okay, so instead of making $4,600, you're making 3 times $4,600 in one check. Okay, which is pretty neat. Hold on. So I love that part of it. Let's go back here. That was direct. Here is MP2. MP2 is another supplier that doesn't have a matrix, rarely ever. And they're pricing out here up in the 4s, the 4.3, 30 months 4.3, 5.8, 36 is a 4.4, whatever. So, this is how it works. And you picked it. Now, what you do then is real simple. You just type back whichever supplier you like. I like APG&E. Whichever supplier you like, you would just say, what did I do here? I like APG&E. Here's what I did. I go, give me 0.3 mils on the 36 and 48 month contracts. Navigate came back and said, is the address cited? Yes, it is. I said, blah, blah, blah. And I told what's her name that's what I needed. Then they sent me the contracts, okay? Hold on one second here. Is it in this? Yeah, here we go. So the 48's right here. They filled out everything. They filled out all this stuff. I didn't have to fill out any of this contract. This is all done by the utility. There's the 4 meters, right? There's the 48 months. There's the pricing of 4,576 we went with. Wow, they're going to save some good money. Holy moly. They're really going to save some good money. And then what they do is they put in all the rates and everything that needs to be done all the way through the contract. We don't do any of that. These are, like I said, custom quotes done by the actual suppliers themselves, and then they fill out all the information. They even have a little thing at the end here if they want to get stuff directly debited from a bank account for their payment. Pretty cool, pretty sweet. So that's custom quoting so far. Let me show some other ones to you. All right. Remember, it's in Navigate Power Docs. Okay, the form's there. It's under the training material part. You're going to fill that out. You're going to need copies of the entire bill, 1 month or one. I don't need 12 months. Only time we need 12 months bills is for solar. Okay, maybe LED lighting. That's on Verde's side. You need 1 month for every meter. So if there's 4 meters, you're going to have 4 different bills for 4 different meters. Okay, that's entirely how that works. Now, let me go back to some custom quotes that we've already done. Let me get back to that one here. Hold on one second here. There we go. All right, LOA request. That was Wayne. Custom quotes. There's a couple here too. So with like Notre Dame College, let me show you what we had to do here. With Notre Dame, we actually used a Excel spreadsheet because they had so many meters, okay? You can do that. We just created that ourselves. They just need the information, right? Here's an Ameren, here's a hotel group that we did. It's the same thing, you know, same process, 1 million kilowatts, you know, select suppliers, nothing. There's your LOA. It's the same in every state. Look at that. Here's their 12-month history LOA for Ameren. Nice and simple. Nice and simple. This is a very simple process, believe it or not, doing the big stuff, which I absolutely love. Hold on one second. Here's another one here I wanted to show you. Here's another one, ATP. Yeah. Here's one from my buddy John, Advanced Technology. Same thing, 4 mils. Not hard to do at all. This is just their form, okay? And then, you know, you can attach everything in an email and send it in to pricing. This is a very simple mechanism. I will be involved on all of this with Brian because there's ways to tweak down the pricing if we're in competition with customers, right? There's ways to close customers immediately, letting them know with some. I get Brian involved in all the big stuff, primarily just because he's good at closing, which I absolutely love. So you're going to see here, like some of these prices that we're getting are crazy, because the accounts are really large. This is a gas account, and look at this. It's 100. Now, guys, gas is very unique because in Ohio it's it's MCFs and CCFs, but in some other states it's therms and decatherms. This one here is 168,000 therms. Okay, so that would be likened to 168,000 CCFs or 16,000 MCFs, which is massive. All right, this is a pharmaceutical company here, and they're pricing it out and doing their whole spiel. This is over in New Jersey. So I want to show you some of this because custom pricing, when it comes to you, is it's unique, it's aggressive. We really go after it. Another one that we've been doing here lately that we've been drawing along. Where is it at here? Hold on. Was this one here? Yeah, this is another gas. This is a company that came out, Sprague. This is the first time I've ever gotten anything from Sprague in my lifetime since I've been with them, right? So same thing here. We're looking at a fixed price of 3.2 or $3.20 on 26,000 therms, I believe, on this. I believe it's therms also, decatherms. So it's a big one. These are some really big deals. They pay very well, and it's the same process. So like Joe said, these guys put their pants on the same way. They just know a lot more. I mean, a guy that's running a manufacturing company that's the head of energy is going to know a lot more than the guy that has the pizza chain, okay? They're not put in those positions not to know that stuff. They're there to save the company's money. I've had a company here in Cleveland tell me, what's your commission? All the companies telling us how much they're making on every deal. We want to get the minimum. We don't even like when people get commissions. We're trying to get around that. This lady knew how to get around it. She actually became a broker, okay? You're going to run into some of that. You're going to run into companies like the Cleveland Catholic Diocese. They buy directly. Some of them buy directly. Car dealers, the big guys, right, like GM and all that, Ford, they buy directly from the mercantile exchange, okay? You're not going to touch some of those. You just shake their hand, say thank you, and you walk on, right? Go to the next customer. So pretty unique here. Simple process. Shelley or Joe, if there's anything you think that I missed, let me know. What do we got here for questions? Okay. Okay. Customers follow define custom quote, please. Okay. Steve, a custom quote is anything over 1 million kilowatts, like we did with your one customer, that the chocolate factory, whatever it was, Carlisle. That's a custom quote because they're using excessive amount of energy, and the only way you can get pricing on anything over 1 million kilowatts is when it's custom to the pricing desk on the floor, okay? They don't matrix those. You can't go to your matrix and price 1 million kilowatts. I think the only one that does that is Direct Energy. And why would you do that when you could go directly to them and get a custom quote at a better price, okay, a better raw rate, so, which is pretty good. Hold on one second here. I'm going to stop that recording.